Misfits, and welcome to the Misfit Adventurers podcast, a TTRPG podcast where our group of friends sit around and play some of our favorite games set in our own homebrew settings. I am the Dungeon Master, Amanda, and I hope that you will join us and enjoy the stories we have to offer.
Yep. Yeah, that's the point. I see Claudia.
I see her.
Mm-hmm.
Claudia, if you can hear us, say
angel of
poo-poo
music.
pee-pee in the chat. Say poo-poo pee-pee.
Oh.
No, we need your audio, not
We
chat.
need your audio to say poo-poo pee-pee.
I've got nothing.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
I saw
19,
her say it.
20.
It just doesn't go
21,
through.
22, 23, 24, 25,
I like what's
26,
happening.
27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34,
The fuck
35,
ISTG.
36, 37, 38,
I swear to God,
No.
that's ISTG.
40, 40 second
40
delay.
seconds.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh. I've been recording this, Amanda.
Oh yeah, I've been recording for ages.
Oh, thank God. That's a perfect
Oh my
short right there. 40 seconds
That's
away.
not a short.
That's
It
a
is,
lot.
as long as
40
it's
seconds.
if it's under 60 seconds, it's a short.
That's true.
Wow.
That was just a joke. It just
my
because it
God.
took forever.
I cannot believe 40-second delay.
Yeah, the joke's funnier when you explain it, Joe.
Super funny. Even
Well,
more funny. It's okay, Joe. I always have to explain all my jokes too. That's why no one finds me funny.
I think you're hilarious, Biggs.
Oh man.
Thank you, Caroline. I
I miss
appreciate
y'all.
it.
I'm not gonna lie.
I know, it's been forever.
It's
I know.
been
So much
ages.
has
Fucking
happened.
3 weeks.
Yep.
I know.
Yeah, let's not do that again since the D&D gods are not smiling upon us.
Yeah, if you could just like not pinch a nerve next time, Amanda.
Yeah.
Yeah, get it together. Get it together, DM.
I'll try.
Or get sick. Because the first time was because you were sick. God,
Well, the
avoid
first
all
time was
viruses.
because literally I spent an entire day of my power going in and out. And there were tornadoes and stuff.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. Well, clearly,
Tornado.
why can't you just control the weather, God?
Yeah, like
Yeah, Claudia, I would
Yeah,
try
what the
restarting
hell?
your PC and seeing if that works.
There's Claudia. I see her.
I also see her. Speak, Claudia.
Speak.
Can she hear us?
Yeah.
She can hear us, but she spoke and we have not heard it yet.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, Claude.
You know,
Claude, you might just have to type tonight.
yeah. Unfortunately. Yes. Sorry. So yes, line of fire. That's when you kill Sheridan. So the next episode is hitting close to home. That's when you find out that an attack happened at home.
My fucking god.
No!
Sorry, the audio of "Oh my fucking god" just came through.
It's like somebody has a soundboard and they just like
Right?
It was kind of perfect timing, though.
Yes.
it was.
Amanda, can you send me that audio clip once that's
Oh my fucking
once
god.
that's just,
I
oh my
will
fucking
try
god.
to single it out and send it.
Amazing.
If I ever start streaming again, that's gonna be
It sounded
like a
fine. It was just
notification.
half a minute late.
The follow alert.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god.
Should be somewhere around 34. 30. Alright, we're gonna go in and start. I'm sorry, Claudia. I wish I could hop in and fix your audio.
We'll just pay attention to chat. We'll make sure that we don't let you get left behind.
Yes. So, the last time we were all together, you'd basically been traveling with Fortune's Favored post their attack with Arthok, and they were able to contain him. You traveled with them. There was a conversation with a shadow being in a mirror. An earring was taken from Isla. What else happened? Kai from Fortune's Favored seems to have lost functionality of her legs and feeling of her legs. Calloway has lost one of her eyes. But you traveled anyway. You arrived at Alymthyr, and you were greeted by many a people. You've warned several people about this problem of Arthok, and pretty much everybody kind of came out to receive you. Calloway's sister, Sibella, Mortimer, Lord Adrillis, pretty much the entire town's guard. And you all sort of gathered together as they were able to transfer Arthok into this sort of like vessel or bottle that Lord Adrillis gave Mortimer that was going to shrink him down and sort of keep him contained in this sort of device or vessel. It was successful, and everybody sort of breathed a little easier, knowing that at least the immediate threat was taken care of. And I believe what happened next was Mortimer and the town's guard sort of walked off with Arthok, and you guys were kind of left with everybody else. And yeah, you're basically around the docks of Alymthyr right now. You talked a little bit about maybe wanting to go to a library. There might be other things that you guys wanted to do. And you know that the auction that you're supposed to go to for the Vermilion Shades to acquire a pewter ring with a black crystal or setting, that auction is supposed to take place tomorrow night. So not tonight, but tomorrow night. Anyway, that is what has happened. So tell me what you wish to do.
We also we were warned about some of the ships, correct?
Yes, Allie, who's been traveling with you as your navigator, warned you that he recognized 3 ships that were in the port, and he told you that the pirates that man them and captain them are Father Mackenzie, Captain Torrent, and the Duchess. And he kind of mainly warned you against Father Mackenzie, saying that he's kind of like a bit crazy. Captain Torrent seems obsessed with, like, luck. And he'll oftentimes just flip a coin to decide things. And then the Duchess sort of puts on airs and kind of seems a little bit more regal, or at least pretends to be regal. Yes, so thank you for reminding me.
Do we have a place to spend the night worked out already, or do we need to figure that out?
I don't think you've decided that, so you could head into town and just see what's there.
Sure, if we're kind of
Sounds
just
good.
on-
You could
yeah,
also
we're
just
kind
stay
of
on the
at
ship.
We could just stay on the ship,
Yeah,
yeah.
true.
Claude's right.
Okay, that works.
What would you guys like to do?
Let's go to the library. Let's go get some learning done. Yeah.
So,
Yep.
to sort of continue that way, you kind of follow the main sort of walkways, kind of heading deeper into the city. And this city, its design is somewhat reminiscent of, like, maybe Venice. There's a lot of waterways that sort of wind through the city with all the structures on the side, and boats and stuff will kind of venture down these canals and stuff. But the waterway is winding through the city, leads you to a large plaza or perhaps piazza that seems to be something of a city center. The northwest corner of the plaza is occupied by an ornate bell tower of carved pale stone. Its curved roof is covered in shimmering tile shingles that resemble fish scales almost, creating an ombre of colors from hues of purples and pinks at its point and shades of blue and green at the bottom. Carved into the tower walls are spiraling designs of interlocking vines and flowers. Around the plaza you can see crowds of mostly elves and half-elves. Some gather around a notice board at the northeast corner. Others walk intently from one store to the next, with their servants carrying armloads of bags and boxes. And then there are those that simply mill about the plaza, either enjoying the day or curious to see who caused such an uproar at the docks earlier today. But past this plaza, you can see in the distance a pretty large structure that seems to be the library you were probably looking for.
Can I just kind of keep an eye out for anyone I might recognize?
Sure, give me a perception check.
What's my perception? 23.
23. You definitely notice that there are a lot of eyes on your whole group. Almost everybody that you see in this town seems to be either an elf or a half-elf. And not of the blue variety. So, y'all are a very eclectic group of people, and they're watching you guys, and they also know that you just walked from the docks. You don't see anybody that you specifically recognize, though.
Okay. Cool. Hey, so whatever we're gonna do, we should decide it, because we're getting stared at.
I believe Isla...
Library?
Did you have something to say? Or was your hand just frozen upward?
Oh, that was from when I waved when you said blue people.
Ah, I see.
I was
see.
waving.
Oh.
Yeah.
Understood.
Sorry.
It's okay. Library or mill about the plaza?
I'm good with library first if we want to do that.
Is there like a town board in the plaza with
There
like?
is a town board.
Can we read it on our way?
Sure. There's just a few things posted here. One says, construction notice. Starting next week, residents of Lyreflit Quarter will be temporarily relocated so that the city may begin construction on the canals. Another notice says, flood warning. Due to rising sea levels, citizens are instructed to be mindful of the weather and changing tides. If you believe you will require sandbags, please fill out the appropriate paperwork at City Hall. Another flyer says, "Picture Perfect Pitcher Week. For this week only, the Pint and Pedal is offering a 50% discount for all pitchers of ale, beer, and mead." And then there is another flyer that says, "Lost Dog! Gulliver, light brown, pointed ears, long tail, 180 pounds. Reward, 350 gold."
That's a
big
chunky ass
dog.
dog.
Holy! Use that gold right now. Fat boy.
Yep. But that's all the board says.
Wow.
Do any of you like magic people have, I don't know, some sort of spell that could track a dog?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
That would get us 350 easy.
Nope, I do not have
Wait,
it.
actually, hang on. Give me just a second.
Spelled it right.
I'm gonna close my eyes and go into Pancake.
Okay.
Go into Pancake's mind.
Ooh.
Can I smell a dog nearby?
Give me a perception check with advantage.
Cool. That is a 21.
21. Pancake sniffs about. And through Pancake, you can catch the pungent scent of wet dog due east.
I'm gonna come back to myself. Look at the party. That way.
Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go. Let's
you
find this
guys
dog.
Head eastward, taking a bridge across the canal, and give me. You can either give me a perception or an investigation check as you look for Gulliver.
All of us?
Anybody that wants to.
Dirty 20.
Ooh.
17.
Dirty 20, 17,
Perception or investigation?
15.
18 for me.
Okay. We got a decent spread of good rolls. You guys, after crossing the canal, can spot muddy paw prints in the sort of cobblestone streets and follow them south. But there's something odd about these paw prints. One, they're pretty big paw prints. Two, there will be times where you completely lose them altogether, and then you'll find them again, like a ways further down.
Can this dog like fly?
Ghost dog.
Out of character knowledge is coming in. I'm trying to not.
I know. Yeah, so just a little bit odd. But you continue to follow them around the street, and then you kind of arrive at sort of a busy cross section, and you lose the trail a bit. And there's a lot of people milling about this area. You're sort of in the, we'll say you're in sort of the flower district, so there's a lot of flower peddlers and stuff in this area.
Can I start asking some of the like flower vendors if they have, if they've seen a dog come through this area?
Yeah, you ask about. Some people sort of brush you off and ignore you, but eventually, there's a girl selling tulips. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'd necessarily call it a dog. It's just really large for. I guess it sort of looked like a dog. Yeah, it was over here. I was about to snatch up some of my wares, and then I started shouting at it, and then it just sort of disappeared. But I heard a bit of a commotion sort of down this alleyway to the east, and I think I saw it dip around the corner.
That is very strange, but thank you.
Yeah.
See if we can...
Best of luck.
See if we can find
Is it your dog?
No, it's not. It's somebody...
We're trying to find it for someone.
Yeah.
Well, good luck, and I hope you find it, because I have a feeling this dog is a bit troublesome, so.
Duly noted. Thank you again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you follow around to the alleyway.
Hey, Claudia wants to know what kind of flowers they're selling.
Tulips. Very Amsterdam. But you get down to the alleyway where the vendor sort of pointed you in that direction. Give me another perception or investigation check, those that are looking.
Dirty 20.
8.
Another 17.
Yeah. 14.
Okay, most of you are a bit of a loss. With the 17, you're looking around and you're kind of struggling to find something. And by some off chance, you look up and you see, like, on a balcony, kind of just looking over at you, a huge dog, big dog, just sort of looking at you guys, and just sort of like, roof.
Hi, are you Gulliver?
It disappears. Give me another perception check.
I'm gonna
Claudia
do the
asked
thing
if
with,
she could mind link with it. Also, did you hear my dirty 20? I mean, I guess it doesn't matter, but that's fine.
I did not hear that, but
It's okay.
24.
25.
Better than my 21.
25. Mind link.
23.
What is the range on your mind link? $60 feet. Okay, so with this other round of perception checks, you guys hear a commotion, and you see that this dog has just knocked over like a series of barrels at the far end of this alleyway, and it might be within that 60-foot range, but it looks like it's about to take off.
No.
Oh shit! I don't want to have to do this.
Here, doggy,
And
doggy.
it's
Okay,
running.
I'm gonna
We
cast
just want
slow.
to get you home.
Cast slow?
We
Okay.
just want to get you
Yeah, I'm
home.
gonna cast slow to it.
Nice.
On it. So I need a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving. Oh. That's an 8
That is
Ooh.
a failure.
failure. Please read the description for slow for me, please.
I alter time around up to 6 creatures of your choice, and I'm just doing it on it. In a 40-foot cube within range, which range is 120 feet. Each target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be affected by the spell for the duration. An affected target's speed is halved. It takes a -2 penalty to AC and dexterity saving throws, and it can't use reactions. On its turn, it can use either an action or a bonus action, not both. Regardless of the creature's abilities or magic items, it can't make more than one melee or ranged attack during its turn. If the creature attempts to cast a spell with a casting time of 1 action, roll a d20 on 11 or higher. The spell doesn't take effect until the creature's next turn, and the creature must use its action on that turn to complete the spell. If it can't, the spell is wasted.
Okay. So you guys all watch as this dog starts to sprint off and then suddenly is moving very slowly. So you're able to catch up to it. But I will say its ability is not a spell. What
Can
are
I
some
try and
things
pick
that
it up?
Huh? You're not quite close to it to pick it up just yet.
Oh.
But what are some things you might want to do to try and coax it into approaching you or not running away?
Can I pull out like a ration? Like some sort
Sure.
of food that I got in my pack?
Food. I like
Food,
it.
yeah.
If you want to cast command, sure, you can. For those pulling out a ration, give me an animal handling check.
Oh God, I don't even know what my mod is.
Roll
on
with
that.
advantage since you're going to offer some food. Sweeten
Okay.
the pot.
17.
18.
17 and 18. Yeah, with some nice food. You see it, like it's like running in slow motion, catches the scent of food, turns its head as it's kind of running, and then it sort of slows and starts to turn around and look in your direction. Are you still
Here,
casting
doggy, doggy, doggy.
command, chi? Or no? Yes. Yeah. What are you commanding it to do? No, I rolled really well for that. That's a dirty 20. Well, it rolled quite well on against that, but so it doesn't stop moving, but it is going to start sort of approaching and sniffing at the rations that you held out, and it's a big old dog.
Who's gonna grab it?
And
Hey,
you do
doggo,
see-
can I pet you?
Hey, doggo, can I pet you? Well, it's a dog, so it can't talk to you. But it is sort of like sniffing and approaching kind of slowly and seems very curious. You can see a collar around its neck with a tag that says Gulliver on it. Kind of think like big Great Dane. Kind of that vibe.
Okay.
So a big Scooby-Doo. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
I was
maybe
thinking like Shaggy
slightly
Dog.
sharper teeth than normal. And maybe like
Okay.
longer claws than normal.
Oh.
But it's sort of slowly approaching. Do you guys have a means of I don't know.
Yeah, how are we gonna
How are you
keep
gonna
this
handle
dog?
this? You're just gonna keep it
Oh.
food motivated?
I mean, we could.
I
Hey,
want to try and
doggo.
pet the dog.
Okay. Roll me an additional animal handling check.
Can I aid her by like making cooing sounds and making sure food's in front of its face?
Sure. So roll an advantage.
Okay. It's a 5.
5. It kind of gives this vibe like it wants to play, so it doesn't really want to slow down and be petted, but it kind of looks like it wants to play. It's wagging its tail
Okay.
and kind of
Okay.
jumping back and forth.
I'm gonna say, you want to play a game of chase with us? You want to chase us? And I'm gonna kind of like get down and like act like I want to play a game too.
I mean, it still looks like it wants to play.
Do we know where Gulliver needs to be returned?
I don't
We'll
think...
say that on the back of the flyer there was an address.
Oh, okay. I'll play.
Let's try and find that address, and I'm gonna like play chase with the dog.
Okay, So you just start running through town.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And I'll release slow.
Yeah. Yeah. Gulliver definitely wants to chase. And he chases in earnest. And, you know, maybe it's kind of funny at first, but, like, you're running and you're watching this dog, like, run, teleport, and suddenly be, like, right up behind you and then continue chasing you. Sometimes almost teleporting in front of you, and you're having to like quickly change directions and run around. Give me a dexterity check as you were running and dodging this teleporting dog, but also trying to make sure it doesn't lose track of you.
22.
22.
Nat 18.
Amazing. All right. So yeah, you're running, you're bobbing and weaving. You're doing a good job. Can I get somebody else to? Well, are you trying to find this address while you're being chased by this dog?
Very much so.
Okay, give me an intelligence check as you're dead sprinting through this elven city. 14. Okay, so you definitely like get a little lost at times, but you can't stop running. So you just keep running, having to sort of double back at times and bob and weave through people. There are angry citizens as you and this dog like trample through them and knock things over. But you're running. You do spot the building where where this address is pointing to. As you've been running for a while now through the town. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Because you've been like dead sprinting.
19.
19. You find it within yourself to keep running, and you arrive at this house. You're at the house. You're at the door. Are you banging on the door? Are you just running inside? What are you doing?
I'm gonna knock on the door, and then I'm gonna open it.
You knock on the door. You open it. Do you go inside?
I do.
You run inside this house. Servants are like, wait, stop! And like people are getting out of your way as you and this dog barrel into this house.
I found your dog!
And you do hear a voice from somewhere up above. Is that Gulliver? And some like kind of old woman sort of hobbles down the stairs. Gully! And the dog immediately loses interest in you and runs over to her.
Aww.
I am doubled over, gasping for breath.
Yeah, you definitely have like a stomach cramp from running. Oh, well, thank you so much for finding my Gulliver. What was the award again?
It was 500 gold.
Oh, yes, of course. And she rummages around. Give me a, because I do believe it was not that. Give me a little deception roll.
Amanda, I rolled an 18 plus 8.
Wow. Yeah, she hands you a bag of 500 gold. Puts it in your hand. Well, thank you so much, dearie.
Thank you. I'm glad I could find your dog for you. He really likes to play.
Oh, you know, Gulliver, just always full of energy. He's a blink dog. Did you know that?
Well, I did. I don't know what a blink dog is, but he was disappearing and appearing and hopping around, and it was a little scary at some points.
Oh, he's harmless. But yeah, you return Gulliver. Easy peasy.
Perfect.
You guys, I guess you all reconvene. Mm-hmm. Now that fiasco has happened.
Yep.
Hey, but you got some money in your pocket.
So how did it go?
Where's the money? Where's
I
the
got
money?
the dog back, and y'all know how it was only 350 for the reward? Well, I kind of lied, and she was like, how much was it? And I was like, oh, it was 500, and she believed me, so we got some extra coin.
Hey,
You
should help with
swindled
that
an
auction.
old lady out of her.
Hey,
Nah,
This bitch had
That's a tough
servants,
run.
okay?
I don't feel bad.
There's
I
one
brag
thing
hard.
that we
I
hate
deserve that.
in these campaigns more than anything else. It's rich motherfuckers.
The rich people.
I've taught you well.
We're
So
gonna
we
be-
got,
I'm like that IRL too.
yeah, right.
You're in
We're gonna
St.
be rich as fuck if we get this coin. Just so y'all know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To the library?
We'll be the rich motherfuckers.
Yeah, but I'm not planning on like hiring servants.
no.
You say that now. You don't
I'm
know.
not.
Anyway, so here's well, I won't say it that loud. Here's 500. We got some more. Well, Claudia, I think it's just going to go toward the auction, so it doesn't really matter. We'll just keep it as its own thing for now. Yeah.
If there's any left,
Oh.
we can do that.
Did y'all want to go to the library?
Yeah, we got
Yes.
a bit distracted.
Yes, you did get a bit distracted, but that's okay.
I mean, hey, but funds though. We
Money.
need those funds.
Money is money.
Important.
You find your way back to where you were, and you find your way to what you believe to be the library. It's a very stately building. Not necessarily like crazy tall, but it's pretty long with a lot of like big ornate columns lining the front of it. And sort of engraved in the stone it says the Alymthyr Athenaeum. And this seems to be where they house all of their books and things. And inside it's just as impressive as the outside. Beautifully carved sort of wood paneled walls. Tapestries of various make hanging from the hanging along some of these walls, just rows and rows and rows upon bookshelves. There's lovely little spiral staircases to the upper balconies lined with rows and rows and rows of bookshelves. A beautiful sort of domed ceiling of stained glass. And an attendant sort of walks up. Yes, can I help you? Are you looking for something in particular?
Yes, actually. I was wondering if you might have anything on folklore or fringe religions.
Let's see. We do have this one book. It's called Legacy of Shadows, The Dark History of Aurelia and its Modern Influence. I do believe there are some excerpts that include various religious practices of the old age and their influence today. Perhaps that one?
That would be a great start, yes.
Of course. Anything else?
Had
Any of you guys want to look for anything in
Other-
particular?
hang on, what were the things?
Algae. I do believe
Yes.
we might have a section on botany and various plants. I can direct you to that wing if that would suit your needs.
Did we want to ask about like Cloud King or comas or any of that?
I was gonna see if Orlana wanted to ask about like the Genasi
Oh yes.
stuff.
Oh yeah, Genasi stuff. I want to read about that.
I can sort of direct you, hopefully, to some sort of section on genealogy and perhaps the history of various races and ethnicities.
Please.
Of course. This is the snootiest voice I've ever used.
I'm really enjoying it.
Thank you.
Charmed. Okay. Well, if anybody else wants to look for anything, just holler. We'll start with the first one. So, this attendant directs you to this book, this Legacy of Shadows, The Dark History of Aurelia and its modern influence. And there are a lot of... there's an entry here that does spark your interest. And as you're looking at it, they will drop another book. This was the companion to it, so it might help you out. Anyway, but you read, and it says... It is well believed that the Shadow Age was perhaps the earliest documented time period of Aurelia. It marks an age of darkness and evil, before gods of benevolence, before humanity, before civilization. But this information is largely nothing but speculation. If the world of this age was ruled by evil gods, who were they, and why did they leave? This question has haunted scholars for ages until the recent discovery of a clay artifact in 1408. Reports say that the clay figure was no more than 8 inches tall and depicted a bipedal being with alien features. Unfortunately, the artifact and the man that discovered it went missing shortly after publicly announcing the discovery. This troubling occurrence sparked nothing short of a conspiracy theory among the inner circles of scholars and archaeologists. What was this figure? What else might the archaeologist have discovered? What became of him and the artifact? This seemed a dead end until evidence of foul play was discovered, creating more concerns. A trail of evidence led to the discovery of a reclusive group of individuals that spoke an unknown language and practiced bizarre ritualistic activities, including droning nighttime chants, choreographed fireside dances, and disturbing sacrificial practices. This group of individuals was named the Cult of the Dreamer. And the companion text is specifically about this cult. This cult of disturbed individuals was largely thought unapproachable and was believed to not speak any known languages. However, in 1410, a group of trained scouts was able to capture an individual from this cult and question them. It seems this cult had pledged itself to the Dreamer, a member of a pantheon of gods known as the Great Old Ones. Were these the gods of the Shadow Age, or is this a completely different set of beings altogether? And who is this Dreamer? Before more answers could be uncovered, this cultist killed its captors and took their own life. Though many still pursue investigating this cult and studying this mysterious dark age of Aurelian history, it certainly comes with its own risks. Many in the field claim that the subject matter is simply cursed, as misfortune, madness, and death seem to follow anyone that dares to study it. This begs the question, is life worth the pursuit of knowledge? So,
Ask the wizard.
that is that.
Okay.
Cool.
Cool. The botany stuff, the algae stuff, you look around and you struggle to find texts that talk about the specific plant that you're looking for. Eventually you do find like very small references to like the initial discovery of algae like this in Icefall that Mortimer mentioned, but everything you find on it seems to imply that this is an extinct species of algae and it's not easily found anymore. Though there are some texts that talk about how Kadath itself seems to be full of plant species that were once thought extinct or weren't known of before. And there's a lot of strange theories about why that is. Like, where was Kadath when Aurelia was in pieces? Was it somewhere else and then brought back into existence? Or was it just recreated and these new plants were created with it? There's a lot of like weird theories about that. But overall, you struggle to find concrete evidence of other living collections of this algae that are known. Genasi. So you don't really find anything about that would really answer questions about what happened to your family. Most of this is just on what Genasi are in general, which seem to be beings that have the powers of elemental planes in their blood. And this is either due to some elemental or planar being coming to the material plane and having some sort of relationship with a person, or maybe them bestowing something upon somebody. A lot of these are connected to like genie being or sort of like intermingling with people. But everything points to their powers and abilities being drawn from these different elemental planes: water, fire, air, earth. And they seem to be a relatively rare kind of species of beings, though they have very strong powers. And they inherit these powers so they can pass them down. So, over time, the Genasi race has sort of grown a little bit as more Genasi, have kids and create more and more Genasi. And they sort of plug themselves into all manner of life and civilization. Some living as outcasts, some being drawn to magic, some taking leadership roles, some using their natural gifts to their benefit. But it also seems like most Genasi stay on the material plane and enjoy being with everybody else that's on the material plane. Though there have been some very few tales of some going back to the elemental plane and trying to like find their roots or something like that. But you don't find anything about Genasi disappearances. Though I think Kai said that there was somebody that she was intended to meet in this town that shared a similar past to you two. So perhaps if you reconnect with her and figure out who that is, you can go figure that out.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm. What else?
I would like to kind of wander off by myself and see if I can find anything about the Night Singer.
Sure. Give me either a perception or investigation check as you look for this book.
Okay, perception is higher. That's low. That's an 8.
An 8.
Yep, I don't see anything.
It's not so much that you don't see anything, it's just that it like takes you a long time to find it. It's you get a little turned around and confused. So it's likely that in your pursuit of this book, you might be away from the group long enough to attract some attention, just FYI. Right. But with time, you are able to find the section you're looking for.
Okay.
Yeah, you find a book that says The Aurelian Pantheon, a study of the gods and the domains they oversee. Do you read it?
Sure.
All right. There's a couple sections here that are somewhat of interest. One section says, Gods no longer among us. The Aurelian Pantheon has fluctuated with the passing centuries. It solidified itself into a primary set of... How many gods do we have? Primary set of insert number here. Until the reconvergence in 1378. This event saw the decline of Tiamat's following and marked the disappearance of the platinum god, Bahamut. Many still worship the dragon god, but his influence has diminished with time. In recent years, Umberlee has seen a surge in followers as seafaring has grown in popularity. And eventually you are able to find references to the Night Singer. The Night Singer is one of the numerous names for the goddess Shar. Shar is the goddess of darkness and caverns, and the counterpart to her twin Selûne. Shar presides over caverns, darkness, dungeons, forgetfulness, loss, night, and secrets. It is believed that she has a very rocky relationship with her sister and is regarded as an enemy of the goddess Mystra. She is said to be the mother of the god Mask, but their relationship is thought to be tenuous. Shar was included in the approved pantheon of Amarine during its height, but many worshipped her out of fear. They hoped that by worshipping her, she would spare them from loss and the evil that lurks in the dark. Despite the veil that barred gods from the world being lifted, Shar's physical presence in the world has yet to be seen, though her followers persist.
Okay.
Cool. Why don't we take a short little break, and we will reconvene in a moment. Okay,
Sorry.
no. So
It's enjoyable.
you guys are in a library. For the rest of you, I would say about this time you notice that Theron is MIA.
As soon as I read it, I'm heading back.
Yeah, but you've been gone a while.
I know. I just don't.
Hey, where'd Theron go?
I don't know. That little trickster. She's probably hiding somewhere.
You're also a rogue.
Let's look for her.
Paul, did you hear something? Did you hear something?
Did you hear something? You guys go start to look, and eventually you find her exiting, I don't know, an aisle of bookshelves or something, trying to be sneaky.
I kind of just look at her. I was like, Because like it's true, I am a rogue. I get it, but like,
Does she look like she's trying to sneak?
Look, we're all nosy
Theron, do
rogues.
you
We
look
want
like
to
you're
know what
trying
the
to
other
sneak?
rogues are up to.
I feel like I found the information I need, so I'm probably just walking back.
I don't know. Looks like Theron just walking, just being chill.
This library is really big.
okay. Well,
Did you get lost?
Around. Yeah.
oh, bummer.
Inside check.
I don't know which one to roll. I did.
You're trying to hide what you were doing, so
Okay.
deception.
Okay.
I got a dirty 20.
I got a 16.
She looks like she's trying to hide something.
I'm gonna look at her, and I'm gonna say, "Well, that's okay. We all get lost sometimes. Let's go rejoin the party."
Cool, let's go.
All right, you all reconvene.
So you guys learned some useful information?
Yeah.
I didn't
Well,
read a single book.
kind
I
of.
just kind of stood here while y'all did stuff.
So I don't even know if I have good news or bad news or what the fuck news about our curses, but I found some information on the cult of the Dreamer, which is apparently what seems like the worshippers of Cthulhu call themselves. Seems like it goes back to the Dark Age, but unfortunately, any study into this cult has led to nothing but death and despair for everyone. So that's nice.
Good. Stoked about that.
But they have apparently they have rituals involving sacrifices and dances around fires and chants and stuff in the middle of the night.
Well,
So
that kind of tracks with the murder counting and the town on fire.
yeah.
Okay. So, hear me out. You say looking into it ends in death and despair. What if we just modified all our memories to forget everything? We're not looking into it anymore.
We still have these coins, though. I think we would just start over.
Yeah.
I love that it's frozen.
Can we melt-
Bigler's little
really
smug
is just-
face?
Can we melt the coins down? Can we
We haven't tried that.
You can certainly try.
I hate when you say that. That means no.
It doesn't necessarily mean no. It means you can try.
Should we try in the library with all this flammable stuff?
If lighters existed here, I'd so want.
We could go back to the burned down city.
Oh no. Caroline can't hear me.
Dang it.
Oh no.
Doing
Can you
good.
hear me now?
I think that's a no.
Claudia.
Yeah, and I keep losing Claudia, so that's fun.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, Claudia's just gone for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me refresh.
Yeah.
Let me see if
I mean, I guess-
me reconnecting to everyone.
Let's pause for technical difficulties. Hello?
I see you.
Can you hear
we do
us?
see you. Oh, I see you.
She can hear us. Okay.
Wait, hold up.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Try speaking,
Yeah,
yeah.
try talk.
Speak.
Try talk.
Let us hear your glorious voice. Give us your
Sing
most
for me.
enthusiastic poo-poo pee-pee.
My angel of music.
I set a timer.
Well, only time will tell if we could hear that one.
Oh,
no.
Oh no. Well, at least we're back to where we were before.
That's true.
Do you think she has to grant permissions in her browser for audio stuff? Do you think maybe that's...
Well, I mean, she has
It was
audio.
coming through. It was
It's
just
just
40
so
seconds
Late as
delayed.
fuck.
40 seconds.
45, 46.
Have we heard what she said yet?
No.
I wonder if it's like a consistent delay.
What if it gets delayed longer each time?
Oh no.
We are now at a minute.
No.
She's also muted too, so
She unmuted to speak.
Yeah, to say that.
No.
Well,
We can't turn this into
That was it. This is it.
Oh, now
Yep.
it's funny. Ha, ha, ha,
120.
ha.
Oh my god.
it's still going.
A minute and 20 seconds later. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
I wish you could hear what we hear. I really wish you could hear what we hear right now.
Oh man. That's fucking wild.
oh man.
It literally doubled in time.
Yeah.
It did.
Okay.
Oh man.
Alright. We
It's still going.
Oh my god! We have to continue with the game, guys.
Yes, we do.
Yes,
Alright.
yes.
Your random demon laughing.
I
Just
know.
ignore it.
Editing this episode's gonna be interesting.
Oh yeah.
You're in a library. Some decisions about or questions about whether you should try to burn your coins in the middle of the library has occurred.
Missed that.
What would you like to do?
I mean, is there anything else we need to do in here?
What demon did you upset?
This is like a game. It's like how
Game within a game.
a game within a game.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Can you keep a straight face when Claudia's audio finally comes in?
No, we would
Yeah.
all lose.
You laugh, you lose.
We would all
I'm a
lose.
loser. I'm a
Just like
loser.
1 second of squeak followed by 1 second of silence, just repeating
Yep.
forever.
How is there more?
Why is there more? Why is it still happening?
Oh my
How is
god.
it still going?
I'm crying. Oh my
Oh
gosh.
man.
Oh my god. Well,
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Oh. Wow.
too good. Too good.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Was there
Did
anything
we
else
look up
we
everything
needed?
we wanted to?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
Yeah, we did Shadow Age, we did Algae, we did Genasi. Was that it?
I think.
And other
I
Can I
think so.
ask the librarian if they know anything else about references to a dreamer?
Well, I think you'll find that there are many references to things called dreamers all throughout history. They all tend to be about very different things, so that's a bit of a vague subject matter to research.
That's annoying, but fair.
Did anyone look up specifically Cthulhu?
No, I don't think so.
I
did.
would like to do that. Oh, you did?
There is nothing, like, the library tells you that they're
Oh,
not familiar with that name, and there's nothing in the library that has that.
Sounds like a cover up to me.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
Can
say.
I
He's in on
insight
it.
check her? Can I insight check?
Yes, you can.
Ooh, I want to. I want to too.
Nat 19 for a dirty 20.
Oh, well, I'm not going to. Never mind. That's fine.
you did.
They seem genuine.
No, that's fake. You're lying.
Yeah, they're fake.
If it were in a library, it wouldn't be an obscure, creepy thing.
That's
Fair.
dumb.
That's dumb. Okay,
Well,
you're dumb.
I think I'm done.
Yeah, I'm
I
done.
meant to say done, but then I said dumb.
Yeah, I heard dumb.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't gonna argue with
think-
you.
Are we? We might be done here then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we might be back, ma'am. I don't know,
Probably.
when we find more info and stuff.
Well, great. Well, you know where to find us.
You sound so happy.
Perfect.
Thank you so much for all your help.
I don't know
It
what
has
you're talking
been-
about. I'm the picture of joy.
Okay.
And that
Bye.
picture is beautiful. Thank you very much for all of your help. Honestly, you've been actually a very good help in what I was looking for, at least. So thank you.
Well, thank you. I do find that literature is my life.
Mood.
And you're
kisser.
able to you're able to leave. What would you guys like to do now?
Well, I don't know. I guess. Are there any other jobs we could do? I mean, we found the dog.
I want to find a place to get armor.
Ooh.
Sure.
Well, better armor.
Shopping trip.
Yeah.
Ooh.
What else?
I was just kind of piggybacking off of that. While we're there, I'm gonna see if I can like just kind of flick my coin into the forge.
Ooh, yes.
Okay.
Just
So
to see
you
what
guys start heading to find a place that sells armor. On the way, Hoots. As you walk with your friends, you get this kind of ringing in your ears that dissipates into a chorus of whispers and hollow screams coming from behind you. I can't hear you. This is good. We're doing good. You freak out and turn around. You turn around and find yourself in Glimcairn. The smell of burnt flesh fills the air as the smoke starts to sting your eyes as you look over the countless bodies littering the town. The carnage is overwhelming, and when you look at these bodies, you can see how each of them died. You can recognize which wounds were too much to come back from. You're struck with this feeling of feebleness and mortality. You feel yourself start to hyperventilate as worrying thoughts start to creep into your mind. Please give me a wisdom saving throw.
Cool.
Oh, I can hear you now.
Okay, perfect. Unnatural 20.
Ooh, very nice. Unnatural 20. Awesome. Yeah, so you're starting to hyperventilate a little bit, and you're trying to sort of focus your thoughts, and all these different thoughts are kind of pouring into your head. If you and your friends had gotten to Glimcairn sooner, that could have been you. Not just some grim approximation. You could have been among these dead. You could have been those people that were put on display. Hells, if Arthok hadn't been found out, he could have attacked on the ship at any time. Death is imminent, inevitable. You recall your master trying to explain this very notion to you. And you are confronted with your own mortality, and it's frightening, but you realize that while the things you've seen and experienced in the last couple of weeks have been terrible, you would have never come to know death, the inevitability, the power of it in this way, and you may never have come to truly understand the various things your master has tried to teach you in your lifetime. You can learn from what you have experienced. You will learn from what you've experienced. And as you sort of close your eyes and try to take a steadying breath, you open them again, and you're back in Alymthyr with your friends around you.
Wow, amazing. I would imagine. I look around. Hoots looks around, and he's just going to. Does anyone? Can I tell if anyone sees me or?
I guess the rest of you guys, give me a little insight check.
Okay. $14.
7 from me.
30-20.
19.
Okay. So Theron and Darren, you guys notice that for a second there, Hoots just sort of stopped and kind of froze, and he seems sort of back to himself now, but he seems a little shaken.
I'll go over to him, kind of put
Same.
my arm around his shoulder. You okay, buddy?
Yeah, are you good?
I'm going to continue to be wide-eyed, and I'm going to give Darren a hug.
I'm gonna hug him back, kind of ruffle the feathers on his head a little bit. It's okay, dude. We're here. We're with you.
And still unable to respond at this point. Oof.
I just sit there and hug him as long as he needs.
Oh, very sweet. Do you continue to look for a place to shop for armor, or are we stopping?
I didn't even notice. I kept
Yeah, same. So
The
I
group
we'll
just
keep
sort of
going.
keeps walking for a while
Yeah.
as you guys kind of stop. You're like, at some point you guys will realize that like behind you, like Darren and Hoots and Theron have kind of hung back, and y'all are like starting to like unknowingly separate from each other.
You say annoyingly. Is this like a nagging at us, or is this like
Unknowingly separate
Oh.
from each other. Sorry, not annoyingly. Don't
I
be so
guess
defensive, Joe.
How dare you stop and take
No,
care of him?
I was like, do we get like a feeling if the coins are
Yeah.
separated or something? Like that's what I was
No.
thinking.
No.
How
Okay.
long do we go without noticing that they're there?
It's
with
just
us?
like you walk for a bit and you're like, oh, wait, they're back there. They're not walking with us.
I'll call out to them. I'll be like, "Hey, you coming? What's going on?"
Give us a sec.
Yeah.
All right. I'll just stand there,
Sure.
tapping my foot.
You'll stand there for a bit, I guess.
Can I like people watch while we're sitting and standing here?
Yeah.
Sure. You can people watch. Give me a perception check as you people watch.
I can't believe that's cocked, but it is.
19.
What was that?
19 for me.
19.
Also 19.
Wow.
13?
13.
Question mark.
Not 20.
Twinsies.
Dang. Yeah, you're people watching. A lot of snooty people in this town. They give you that vibe. Every once in a while, people sort of like cut a glance in y'all's direction, but it's like sometimes people look in y'all's direction and they seem like, oh, who are they? Or like, ooh, they must be the new people in town. Other times, people cut a look in y'all's direction and it seems more like you don't belong. Like, who are you? Like, you stand out and not in a good way. Yeah, it's just it's an interesting kind of vibe.
I want to mean mug all the people that are like, why are they here? I'm gonna give them the side eye, full eye, squint eye, all the eyes.
For sure. And anytime that you like lock eyes with them, they kind of like quickly sort of like look away.
Good.
Feel uncomfortable.
Good.
Nat 20, Chi, you will recognize within the crowd, you see Carol is sort of walking around and she's sort of looking around. Looks like she's looking for something or somebody. Yes, she alerts the party. Carol has been sighted.
Oh, I'll say, hey, Carol.
Hi! And she'll sort of rush over. Noel wanted me to tell you that we're staying at the Pint and Pedal.
Sounds good. I think we were maybe just intending to stay on our ship.
That's fine. Well, and when I say we, I mean like most of us, but Sybil's taking Calloway over to the Gilded Grove, so we're trying to work that out. That's the fancy restaurant and hotel.
Oh,
I
okay.
think Em's
So,
having problems.
are you asking us to like crash their dinner?
You can if you want to, but you don't have to. I'm just letting you know. Also, Kai, what is this throwing you off? Kai wants to go visit those people tomorrow, but she's waiting for Mortimer to help her be a bit more mobile.
We can go with Kai on that if y'all would like us to. I think we
that's
would.
a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that's all I gotta say. Bye.
I can't.
Walks away.
I love Carol.
I hate her.
You're the one who said it was Carol.
I know. Out of everybody in the group, I think she's the one that's most likely to be just walking around. Nolan Red is probably asleep. Calloway is stuck with her sister probably, and Kai can't go anywhere.
Yeah.
So are we going to crash a fancy dinner tonight? Are we going to do that?
Yeah, 100%.
I got nothing better to do.
Oh my. Yeah, y'all can definitely do that later if you want to. You are able to find a blacksmith at the... Need to clear my throat. At the southeastern corner of the square, you spot a sort of circular building with a sign next to it that says Heart and Hammer. The ground level is largely exposed to the outside as half walls and carved stone columns banded with intricate metalworks line the perimeter of this establishment and support the upper levels of this structure. At the center of this open area is a large forge with like a chimney that kind of goes up into the building. And at this forge, there is an elven man with long braided brown hair who is hard at work, and is an older elven woman with brown skin and sort of silverish hair looks on from a chair nearby. Oh, hello there. What can I help you with? The man says.
I'll just say, hi, and I'll kind of gesture down to my armor and be like, I was hoping to potentially get an upgrade, if you have something.
Yeah, I think we can work something out. Name is, Alymthyr, and yeah, we can sort of, see what we've got for you. Are you just looking for, like, just a leather armor, or something?
Just, like, a stronger kind of light armor, so I can still move
like
around.
Studded? Perhaps?
Yeah, that could work.
Let's see
how much
what
would
we've
that run?
got. Hang on. For studded leather, on its own, we could probably do that for maybe 55 gold piece.
I can do that.
If you want something that's a little beefier, bit more reinforced, still studded but more, that would that would cost a good deal more.
How much are we talking?
Like 1,500.
Oh yeah, I'll stick with the 55. But thank you for offering.
Of course. What about the rest of you? Any of you in need of armor or weapons or anything of that sort?
What kind of shields do you have in the market?
What kind of shield are you looking for?
A tallish one.
I mean, we've got, we pretty much have the variety of, most of them are available in pretty much any shape. that you're looking for, and they'll run you about 15 gold
15.
for a shield.
Okay. Let me get back to you. I'll swing by later.
Of course. Anything else? Great.
Doesn't
Cool.
look like.
Well, happy doing business with you,
Thank you.
of course.
Darren, did you want to try to do the coin?
Oh, yes, actually. Would you mind if I tried something out? I think I have a feeling that I know what's going to happen, but I'm going to pull out my coin and be like, would you mind if, and I know this is a very, very strange request, would you mind if I toss this in a forge? Just to see what happens.
He sort of looks back at the woman sitting in the chair, and they kind of share a look, and then he looks back at you. Sure, I guess so.
Cool. I'll like kind of flip it into the forge.
You flip it into the forge, and you watch. It sits, starts to glow red hot. Starts to potentially get soft, but once that minute is up, it's back in your pocket, pristine.
I don't know. Is it cool?
Oh yeah, cool to the touch.
I'm gonna pull it out of my pocket and be like, "Yeah, that's what I thought. Thank you," and put it back in my pocket.
Never mind.
It's a bit of a long story, and
Yep, that's fine.
Yeah.
You do you, man.
Thank you, though. That was very helpful.
Sure,
Thank you so much.
of course. All right. Anything else you guys might want to do or look for? There are, I'll say looking around the square, you see kind of the variety of establishments that people seem to go to. You can see the Gilded Grove. This seems to be like the expensive hotel. It stands very tall. Pretty much everything is sort of like embellished with like gold and intricate mosaics and stained glass and all that fanciness. And it's like got several floors to it. Then you see a much more sort of moderate establishment called the Pint and Pedal. Kind of has a little bit more like cottagey vibes to it. It's about like a 3-story structure of stucco and wood, and all the wood is sort of intricately carved with these sort of floral patterns. And there seems to be a decent sort of crowd happening there. And then like there's a kind of more like it's a sign above a stairwell that's going down into like probably like a basement under some other building, and that sign kind of hangs at an angle, and it's called the Withering Vine. This seems to be the like dive bar tavern. You also spot a store that's called Minerva's Mysteries and Magics. And then, of course, there's the, the docks and the library, and all that jazz. So. What are you doing?
I'm guessing it's not like dinner time-ish yet in the day by now. Probably not.
Quite.
Okay. I mean, maybe we could look in the magic shop and see if there's anything, I guess.
Sure. If you want to. The exterior of this stucco building is covered in tiny iridescent mosaic tiles that catch the sun and give off a sort of almost rainbow effect. A large circular window gives you a clear view of a display case of potions and odd trinkets, and you notice a name has been spelled into the stained glass that lines the window: Minerva's Mysteries and Magics. Inside you see a sort of copper-skinned half-elf with an impressive kind of mane of salt and pepper hair. What can I do you for? Looking for anything in particular?
Oh, do you have any potions of water breathing since we're out?
We do. I think we have 3. We also have a cap of water breathing. It's like a little hat deal.
That's cool.
And then we have something called a necklace of adaptation, which could possibly also help you out in that regard as well.
How long does that cap last?
Let me pull it up.
I will say, remember, we need money for the auction, so it might not be the wisest to spend all of our money before the auction.
You have to put our money in the auction?
Yeah.
We weren't given money to put into the auction.
Well, we were given 350.
We do not have the Scarlet, whatever they are, as credit card, so...
They gave us 350,
Vermilion shades.
presumably to put in.
Yeah.
So, while wearing this cap underwater, you can spend an action to create a bubble of air around your head, and it allows you to breathe normally underwater. This bubble stays with you until you spend an action again to remove it, I think. Hang on, let me double check. Yeah. Speak its command word as an action, create a bubble around your head. It allows you to breathe normally underwater. The bubble stays with you until you speak the command word again. The cap is removed, or you are no longer underwater. So that's that. Yeah, it's a pretty nice cap. It's a bit expensive though. 1,000 gold. Let me see if I can pull up a description of that necklace of adaptation. Necklace of adaptation. While wearing this necklace, you can breathe normally in any environment and have advantage on saving throws made against harmful gases and vapors. That one's gonna be 1,500 gold piece.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know. They're expensive, but they are of the utmost quality. But the potions of water breathing are about 100 gold each. We have 3. And we also have a potion of fire breath for 150 gold.
Interesting.
That's cool.
And if you've got sticker shock now, just remember that the Vermilion Shades said that they would pay you 7,000 gold?
It was 7,000, yeah.
I guess that's true.
Okay, so we might want to come back after the auction, maybe, and stock up.
We can buy a ton of things after the auction, I think.
Okay, but now we
True.
kind of know what's there, so that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool. Well, we will probably be back.
Great. All right. What?
What was that?
What was that?
It sounded like your voice sped up.
Was it?
Wait, what?
What? What was that noise?
It sounded like, all right, the way you said it, but fast.
So something happened, and you all sounded like chipmunks. And
Yeah. Same.
Wait, we all sounded like chipmunks to
I
you?
think this computer's. I think Roll20's haunted tonight.
So Claudia's
so.
slow. Claudia
Um,
can't speak for a minute after she talks. Caroline's hearing chipmunks.
I want when we as we're leaving, I want to try and take one of those shiny stones from the building. That's like on the building.
One of the mosaic tiles.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a sleight of hand check.
All right. That's a 13.
13. It's. Yeah. So you're sitting there and you're like trying to pry this like mosaic tile off the outside of the building, and you hear, "Mommy, what's that lady doing?" You look over as this kid is just pointing at you.
I do this, and then I back away.
You just back away. This mom looks at you, grabs her kid, and is like, "We don't talk to strangers," and walks away. Amazing. Amazing. All right. Is there anything else in particular you guys want to do, or do you want to fast forward to crashing a dinner at the Gilded Grove?
I mean, there's nothing else I want to do, I don't think.
Cool.
Let's get some dinner. I'm hungry.
All right.
Yeah.
Do Warforged eat?
We can. I don't know if we have to.
I don't think they.
It's kind of like sleep.
It's like sleeping
Revan
or
wants
breathing.
to.
You don't have to. You can.
Also, just a general question. Allie. Would he be like with you or not?
I think it'd be funny if he just tagged along with us this entire day.
I think that'd be funny.
I'm fine with
Dealt
that.
with our absolute nonsense.
Sure. Okay. So you guys stroll up to the Gilded Grove, immaculate hotel. The doorman kind of like looks at you but lets you in, and you walk up to like the front desk or whatever. You know, and people in this hotel are dressed very nicely, and you guys are dressed as you normally are. And the concierge, do we smell? I mean, you probably do, honestly. You haven't bathed
Man. We should have
since coming
bathed.
ashore. But you stroll up, the man at the desk sort of looks at you. Can I help you?
Yes, we were hoping to get a table for Allie's with us, right?
Mm-hmm.
We were hoping to get a table for 8.
Please.
Do you have a reservation?
Unfortunately, not.
Well, I just...
We can make one now.
Oh, you see, we're quite busy today.
We're
I'm
really
not
just here to visit our friend.
Your friend?
Yeah, Callaway.
Sabella.
Callaway, Sabella. Do you have a surname, or is it just...
Sabella Calloway.
That's not their last name.
What's her last name?
Dark, right?
Dark.
Dark.
There you go.
Sabella Calloway and Sabella Dark.
Okay.
My brain.
Dark. His eyes kind of widen a little bit at the name of Dark. I'm sorry. You're here to meet with Callaway and Sabella Dark.
Why the tone of surprise?
He sort of just looks you up and down.
We look like we're from the sea. We don't look like the kind of people that belong here.
Are you sure they're expecting you?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Of course they are.
Persuasion.
I can do that.
Deception.
Deception.
I can do that too.
I got a
Do it.
16 plus some sort of mod.
I got a 20 persuasion.
26 for me, or 24 for me.
Okay.
That was a bad roll. It was a 20
Though
persuasion.
some of you don't look very convincing. A couple of you are quite convincing. And he sort of looks at all of you. And then also sort of looks at, like, your general armor and weapons that you probably just have on you at all times. Right this way. And leads you in. And so, like, it's not a table for 8. It's just like a table for 2. And you see Callaway and Sabella are seated there. Actually, it would be a table for 3 because I do believe Adrillis is there because he stays here. So it's just the 3 of them at a table. And then you guys sort of approach. And Callaway... I almost had her eyes light up. Her eye lights up at this side of you guys. Sabella looks a little confused, and Adrillis is just like, "Oh, hello." And as you guys approach, waitstaff are starting to bring out additional tables to pull up next to their table, and Sabella's like, "Hey, wait, I don't think I'm sorry, but are you supposed to be here?"
Yeah, we wanted to check up on Callaway.
Yeah.
That's very kind of you, but this is we're having a private dinner.
Well, what's private between friends? How are you doing, Callaway?
Callaway's like, "Yes, I invited them, Sibby, so we should be kind and we should let them sit with us." And Sabella just sort of like rolls her eyes. "Very well." And you all are able to sit down. And, you know, it's literally the swankiest restaurant you guys have ever been in. And people bring out menus, though it's more just like it's more just to tell you what they will be serving you tonight. It seems like it's a prefix menu with multiple courses. So just be aware of that. And waitstaff will come around. Can I get you anything to drink? Is anybody requesting any sort of refreshments with your dinner?
I would like some white wine, please.
Oh, white wine. Do you have a preference?
Surprise me.
Very well. Anything else?
Just water for me, please.
Water for...
Or unless you have some sweet tea.
Sweet tea. We have a nice green tea. We could provide you with some sweetener. Is that...
That'll do. Thank you.
Maybe we have a chrysanthemum tea. I think we could also... How do you feel about hibiscus?
Oh, that's great.
I'll take hibiscus tea.
Okay. Hibiscus tea over here at the end of the table. Anybody else
Yes.
need any refreshments?
Any ales?
Ales. I think we have a nice house. We have let me check. Let me see what we have, and I'll come back.
We don't deal with that peasant slob.
That's why I asked.
You might get like a whiskey.
Look, Theron, we get some.
I think that's the only thing they keep in barrels at this restaurant.
Maybe I'll actually feel that.
Nice scotch. Okay. So they leave to go get you guys some refreshments and stuff. Sabella is looking at y'all, and Sabella, she looks a little bit like Callaway. There's some similarities, though Callaway is a yellow tiefling. Sabella is green. She has longer, dark hair, whereas Callaway's is kept short, and she has little, sort of like half moon glasses, that she wears, and she's normally dressed in, sort of robes of, burgundy and purples and blacks, but she sort of looks at you all very carefully. I know that my sister probably did not invite you, so what exactly is the meaning of your visit this evening?
The crickets, because we don't actually have a meaning for the visit.
Are you saying that she was lying?
I know my sister quite well, and I don't believe she has had time to converse with anyone. She has been with me all day, so.
We just wanted to check up on her and make sure she was okay. I had a part in nursing some of her wounds after the battle with Arthok, and I just wanted to see if she was doing okay.
Well, I appreciate that, and I appreciate your help. It certainly seems like it was a very difficult time. We are all very fortunate for Calloway's survival and recovery, and we were just discussing perhaps a reason for her to return home. I know that our father would miss her terribly if she were to remain, and I think we're all quite worried for her. And Calloway, like, kind of just slams her cup on the table. I don't need to go home. Father is fine. And Adrillis is just sipping his wine. And just sort of watching. Like,
I'm gonna kind of, like, make eye contact with him and just be like...
Not to get involved in a family discussion or nothing like that, but Calloway has done a lot of real good for this world and the people in it. And I think it would be a real shame if she wanted to continue doing that good and someone else made a decision against her doing that instead of letting her make her own choices as an adult.
roll a persuasion check.
What die do I use? $17 plus. I don't think my persuasion is too high. 19.
19. She listens to this. There is a lot of merit to the things that you say. I think we are just worried. And Calloway will sort of interject. I understand that you're worried, but I'm not a child anymore. And you've made a name for yourself. I need to make a name for myself. And I'm not going to do that at home, behind a desk, or I'm not going to do that doing the things that you do or that Father does. And I just need you to understand that. Sabella sort of nods her head. Perhaps we can delay your homecoming a little longer. Perhaps. Adrillis sips his wine. Oh, this is just splendid. I love a good family drama. Could we have more wine for the table? While you are all here, are you going to be at the auction tomorrow?
Perhaps.
Perhaps. Well, if you are there, you should say hi, because I will definitely be there. There's a few items that I'm eyeing. Have you ever been to the Valenmeyer estate? Because, it's just exquisite. The water terrace, to die for.
We haven't been, but if you don't mind me asking, what items are you after?
There are a few. Hang on. Let's see. Let's see. There's this solid gold little, like, boat figurine that's just sort of, like, covered in jewels. Definitely eyeing that. There's this emerald and ruby necklace that I just think would really go quite well with, my sort of summer sets of robes. There's this ceremonial robe of gold brocade, which would really complete this outfit that I'm trying to put together. And then there's this diamond brooch lined with sapphires around the diamond setting. And I don't know, I don't really have a specific outfit in mind for that, but I don't know, it just looks really pretty, so...
Yeah. Sounds fancy.
Those are all interesting. They sound fun. I'm glad that you're able to, like, match outfits with stuff.
Oh yes, of course. Definitely. Many a statement piece. But it should be fun. There'll be a lot of different things there. The estate itself... I need to mute somebody because I hear myself. But the estate itself, kind of has like a little bit of an exhibit hall. Very interesting. You should definitely check it out. There's a statue garden. I'm told that there might be just like a spot of gambling. And then I think there's going to be a smoking den as well, which could be interesting. And then of course just dancing, ballroom, the like. There might be a few other things, but it's going to be quite the event. So if you're not planning on going, you definitely should. And, you know, if you have trouble getting in, just use my name, and they'll probably let you in. It'll be fine. And, yeah, we should definitely hang out or something. So intrigued. Yeah. Just to rub elbows with the like.
Oh, yeah. Definitely sounds like it's going to be a fun time.
Definitely. Should be quite a crowd. I've even heard that Mr. Balbona is going to be there as well. What are we typing? No. Are you familiar with Bim Balbona?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's quite an interesting character. Hang on, I will put his name in chat. He's this, fellow. He's sort of married into this wealthy elven family. He's not an elf himself. He's human. But he's, like, trying to do this weird sort of, he's been doing these experiments with, like, machinery and, like, constructs that are powered by, like, fuel and things. Rumor has it he wants to, like, create a flying machine.
Like a skyship?
That's what the rumors say. We'll see. He's yet to deliver, but I think that's the plan, which could be crazy. Hang on, say that again, Biggs.
I said with, like, fuel instead of whatever was powering them before.
Yes. So very industrial, which is... it's a bit different. It's not something that we've seen.
I'm sure Mortimer would have a great conversation with him.
I have a feeling they probably have had several conversations already.
Probably so.
Knowing Mortimer.
Well, you should definitely try to catch him, and I'm trying to see what he's about. I'm very curious. I might try to get him into a conversation myself.
Sounds interesting.
Of course. And yeah, they'll bring you your refreshments, and they start to sort of like roll out this like 4-course meal. It's very, very, very swanky. But it's quite nice. And with the conversation at the beginning of dinner, the tension has subsided a good deal, and you're able to, actually kind of enjoy the dinner, which is nice. I don't know if there's any other particular things that maybe you wanted to talk about or ask any of the people at this dinner about. If so, just let me know. Otherwise, we will move on.
I think Theron's too distracted by how fancy everything is.
I kind of want to ask Calloway if there's anything in particular we could do for Kai, since she's kind of stuck on the ship for the time being.
Yeah.
Well, Mortimer seems to be, I think he's going to very quickly sort of mock up a chair with wheels. He said he would have some sort of working prototype ready tomorrow so that she can go, hopefully start looking for the people she's looking for. I don't know. He said he would want to improve it eventually. Make it a bit more suited to a variety of environments, I think was what he said. I don't know. He started speaking very quickly and seemed to get very excited, and then he sort of ran off, and I don't... but supposedly that will be ready to go tomorrow. Also, I don't... maybe this is more a conversation for you and Mortimer, or you and Noel and Mortimer, but, Arthok, where should he be kept?
That's a very good question. And I don't know that I have a good answer for that.
The issue is, if he can just turn into water at the drop of a hat and escape, how do we contain him?
Do you know of any place where it's cold enough that he would stay frozen just naturally?
Or is there some prison cell with an anti-magic field or something? I don't really know.
I don't think I'm the person to ask, but I mean, he's contained in that bottle. Don't think he can break out easily. I hope. Maybe Mortimer knows of a place.
Yeah. We'll definitely need to talk to him.
I was going to say something, but it would have to be out of character because she doesn't know anything about that. I was going to say, if we put him in a bag of holding, he'll die.
That's assuming he needs oxygen while he's in water form.
No, you're right.
Or we could put him in a bag of holding and then put that bag of holding into another bag of holding.
And break reality.
Just scatter him irretrievably.
In the astral plane.
Just hear me out. Just hear me out.
We could put him in a gold box.
Put that box inside another box. Build up myself and smash it with a hammer.
No, I was thinking we could do the same thing we did last campaign.
Like a lead, stick it in a lead box and then use sovereign glue to glue it to the floor.
Isn't one of the theories that he's able to, like, travel between planes?
Yeah. We're trapped. Yeah, we could sovereign glue him to the floor.
Well, fortunately, there is no sovereign glue. It's gone. It doesn't exist anymore.
You're just never using that again?
Probably. Learned my lesson.
I feel like a toddler whose toy got taken away.
Unknowingly, you used the last supply of sovereign glue in the last campaign. And it's gone.
You know, I think we would have done that anyway.
Except Ash has 2 more uses of it. He has 2 more
50
more
years
uses
have gone by. 50 years. Ash probably used some of it to fix one of his many broken guns.
Damn.
That was uncalled for.
No, that was perfectly called for. Allie, who is sitting at the table, will probably say something like, yeah, well, if you can find, like, a good place to lock him away that can keep him out of everybody's way, that would be great, because, yeah, that has to be one of the most dangerous individuals I've ever met.
Yep. I kind of want to, like, nudge Isla and be like, Matt's saying something because he knows you.
Yeah, I was about to say, and he knew me before I lost my memories, but I wasn't sure if that was appropriate or not, so I held back until you said something. It's fine.
Maybe you can talk to Mortimer tomorrow.
Definitely.
The fact that he just, like, ignored everything I just said.
Were you actually saying it out loud?
Yes!
Oh. See, I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I was.
Look, he probably does ignore half of what you say. Just... it's fine.
We have a lot to do tomorrow.
Yeah, you do.
I do.
Talk to Mortimer. Figure out the Genasi stuff. Go to a fancy auction.
Mm-hmm.
Get the item we're after.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to Ben.
Talk to Bim Balbona.
Bim Balboner.
And then once you get that item, you gotta burn the thing to let the shades know.
But we want to know what the item is first.
I'm sure they'll say something about it at the
Are they gonna know that we have the item before we burn that thing?
No, that's how we tell them.
them. Is what tells them.
For all we know, they got a spy here, though. They could have told us that, and then...
If they sent a spy, why'd they hire us?
Yeah.
Just have to spy by it.
To see if they can trust us for future endeavors. I don't know.
We already did something else for them.
It's true. I don't know. Well, after you finish all courses of your dinner and a delightful dessert, you're able to conclude your evening at the Gilded Grove, and probably go back to your ship to sleep for the night. Does anybody do anything, for the night, for the evening? No?
I would like to pull Theron aside.
Oh.
Privately.
Uh-huh.
And I guess I'll pull Theron into my room, because that's, I can close a door.
Clever.
And I'm gonna kind of say softly, like, I don't want to make a big deal out of it. I don't want other people to know that we're having this conversation type thing,
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna say, so, what did you lie to me about in the library?
What do you mean?
I mean, I noticed that you were quite... let's say you talked around my question. I do believe that you got lost, but I believe that there was something else that was up in that library when you stepped off on your own.
So
Is
what
it
if there was?
something we can help you with?
I don't think so.
More minds are always better than one.
I'm trying to think what you would say.
Sorry.
This wouldn't be this long a pause.
She's trying to figure out how Theron would respond
Yeah.
to the situation.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like, this wouldn't actually be this long of a pause. I just am blanking. I mean, I guess you have a point that I don't know. I'm just trying to figure some things out.
Well, know that you can come to probably any of us in this group and we would be willing to help you figure something out, or at least throw out shitty ideas to maybe figure something out.
Okay.
Are you in trouble?
I don't think so, no.
Then I'm okay leaving this here. Come to us if you need help.
Okay. Thanks.
Once again, Theron avoids revealing literally any information. Keep hiding. Keep trying.
I know what's gonna come out.
You can't outrun me forever.
I know that. He doesn't like telling people things.
I know. I'm aware. But these are also your friends who have fought and saved your life, and one of them's a murderer.
True. I know, but she has trust issues.
Yep. But you guys go to sleep. Enjoy a restful night for once, and wake up in the morning with many a thing to do, and we will stop right there. All right, Misfits, and that brings us to the end of tonight's game. To support us, please like and subscribe. Every little bit counts. And other than that, I really hope you enjoyed this session, and I'll see you again next time.